in the back and see if you can go back down and see if there's any in our office back there. That's about all I can think of. Correct. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Open locker room period starts when?
When the team will arrive here.
So like
So
North Dakota's will start first.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly right. Yep. Really? Nice. We do. Yeah, Boston University. We'll be bringing Eichel, Holman, and Hickey.
Got him. My brother gave him to me from back.
Oh, great. Perfect. Thank you
Got
very much.
equipment. So
Good work. Good work.
thanks.
I need water. After the cooling off period, once North Dakota arrives here, then their room is open. Same thing. Same thing. I mean, BU's room will not open at that same time. Once BU arrives here, then their room opens. Yeah. Yep. Exactly right. Well, once North Dakota gets here, their locker room will be open.
Like during the BU presser.
Uh, well, no. Once North Dakota gets here, then their locker room opens. So once BU gets here, their locker room will be open. Yeah. Hi, Paula. Got a good leg room. Were you here? You were here in '98 when Bill Wallace. For God's sakes, can we please get the winning coach in here? It's 11:30 at night. think that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was nuts. Your time zone. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, just again a reminder here when we get the teams here, we'll use the microphones for your questions. And please identify yourself, your affiliation each time. $18,022, the attendance tonight, $18,022, complete sellout. First sellout in the semifinals since 2011 when we were in St. Paul. Third straight time the national semifinals have been sold out here in Boston, also in 2004, of course, and in 1998, the last two times we've been here. Third All Hockey East final in the national championship game, 31-year history of Hockey East's existence. 99 in Anaheim. We had Maine beat New Hampshire in the national championship game. 95, BU beat Maine in 6-2 in Providence. According to MapQuest, the closest distance from the home school championship team arenas to the championship final site, 55 miles total. 51 miles from Schneider Arena to TD Garden. 4 miles from Aganis to TD Garden. 55 total miles. Previous record, 91 miles in 1978. BU was at Walter Brown Arena, then BC at McHugh Forum. And in 1978, we were playing where? Providence. Yep. Thank you, Paula. Tomorrow now, the news conference for BU will be here at 12 noon till 12:30. Providence from 1 to 1:30. Room. Their practice is 11:15 for Providence, 1:15 for Boston University. State of the game press conference here at 1:30. Mike Richter Award press conference here at 11:45. All in this room. All the other activities starting at 4 o'clock with many other awards, including the Hobie Baker Hockey Humanitarian, Tim Taylor, Derek Hines, All-Americans. All will take place at Matthews Arena again starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, Julie. The national championship game on ESPN. It's on in Canada. Let's leave it at that. I don't know definitively. No, you can watch it right here live, Jess, if you'd like. Again, just as a reminder, with the teams, we'll start with an opening comment statement from the head coach. We'll take your questions for the players, let them go, and then finish up with the head coach. Did you guys enjoy the game? Good game, huh? Yeah, that's for sure. North Dakota's on their way. They'll be here just momentarily. All right, we'll start with some opening thoughts from Coach Axtell. Dave?
Our guys will be down in a few minutes, as you might imagine. It's a tough time for our group in the locker room, especially a group of seniors that for 4 years have led our program, and for many of them, maybe done it from unexpected circumstances. I'll let the guys have a seat here. No one better than our captain and our leader in Steph Patton through these past 4 years. As you all might imagine, I've said it before because I've been in this situation. It's impossible to put perspective on a season, so I won't try and do that. I'll be happy to answer any questions about the hockey game tonight and do it as specifically as we can. So let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, we'll take your questions for the players first. Right here, Paula.
Paula Weston from U.S. College Hockey Online. Troy, could you take us through your goal, please?
Down on the penalty kill, down 4-1, needed a goal, so I pressed up ice. I don't know, it's a lucky bounce that I got, and hopefully we try to build off that. I don't know, I can't really put it into words. It was just a lucky bounce.
Further questions for the players? Right here, front, Jess.
Jess Myers, USA Hockey Magazine. Luke, can you talk about the second period a little bit and just what your thoughts were to play as well as your team did to get that goal and still wind up down by 3 when you go into the locker room there?
I thought it was a step forward for us, obviously, with the slow start that we had. It was a step in the right direction. I thought, we played to our strengths in that period, and even going into the third, we weren't feeling down on ourselves or anything. We were confident, and it was just a step in the right direction for us. So.
Okay, back here.
Steve Buckley, Boston Herald. Stefan, can you take us through that penalty late in the game? What happened?
No, that's okay.
Okay, and somebody here in the front had a question? No? Anything else? Okay, in the back, Brad?
Brad Schlossman, Grand Forks Herald. Troy, second period. What's going through everyone's heads when you guys do put that strong push on and then they come down and score those 2 goals?
We've kind of been the same team all year, led by our seniors, obviously. We've never had any doubt in our minds or any quit, and it's just a game of hockey. Times teams are going to get presses, we're going to get presses, so you seem to understand that was their momentum, and now it's our turn to counteract that. So we knew we were doing good things the right way, and we just had to continue to work to our strengths, and good things were going to happen.
Anything further for the players? Okay, guys, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Continue on with your questions for Coach Axtell, right here, Bob.
Dave Bob Snow, NHL.com and BruinsDaily.com. Obviously, special teams had a huge impact in this game, but until the frantic finish, if you will, was there anything you thought BU brought to you or what they did best that was maybe difficult to figure out as the game got into the third period?
No, I thought overall I liked 50 minutes of our game. I thought I didn't think we managed the puck very well in the first 8 to 10 minutes of the game. I don't think it was. Believe me, they played a good game. They made plays. I don't want to. I want to make sure I give them a lot of credit. They're an outstanding team. But I always kind of look from within, and I thought. We didn't manage the puck real well in the first few minutes of the game. We ended a few of our own cycles rather than grinding and making them defend. Honestly, I thought bounces were a little hard for us to come by in this hockey game until Troy got the one bounce on the shorthanded goal. So. If I could change one thing, it would be some of our execution in the first few minutes of the game. Beyond that, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot more that we can ask out of our players tonight.
Okay, right here in front.
Jess Myers, USA Hockey Magazine. Dave, did you have to kind of rebuild your team after 40 minutes to play, having played as well as you did there for stretches in the second and still coming out down by a couple?
No, I think this group is. I've used the term resilient. I had no question what our third period would be like. I mean, that's a deep hole to come out of. Let's be honest. But I don't think anybody really. I don't think there was any second thought about it. Put the next shift together, and that's. I thought that's what we did as we rebuilt our first period a little bit. From there, we didn't need to rebuild anything. It was just put your next shift together, and our guys have been resilient and have done that all year long. I had no question in my mind that we would tie this game up. you know, as we got into that last minute and a half.
Further questions for Coach Axtell?
Steve Buckley, Boston Herald coach, do you have a take on that penalty late in the game?
Just be specific on it. What are you looking for on that?
I just want to know what
The
happened.
4-on-4 penalty?
Rodriguez and Patton on sportsmanlike conduct. Just
Yeah, I didn't see what happened after. I was actually there looking and drawing on the board, but obviously it was kind of a long, drawn-out thing after the play. I'm not sure exactly what the official saw, but two guys going at it, two guys go to the box. I'm not sure what you're looking for there. Yeah, does that answer it for you? That's your answer, thank you. Absolutely.
Okay, anything further? Okay, Jess?
Dave, Jess Myers, USA Hockey Magazine. Not to discredit Zane's game, that third goal seemed uncharacteristic for him. I mean, it looked like a long shot. Did you say anything to him on that, or is that, you know, not what you've seen from him this year?
No, you know what? Zane's been the rock for us all year. You know, it's what you do when things maybe don't bounce your way. It's how you respond. And Zane's response was excellent. We got to that point of the game. Nothing else could go in the net to give us a chance. And from that point, I thought our group did what they always do. They stick together. Went out and tried to do the best job they could, and we came up short.
Okay, very good. Coach, thanks very much. Discuss it with yourself, Jess. Yeah. It's nearing midnight, that's why. Game ended at 11:11, in case you missed it, by the way. Not sure. It did. Not sure if that means anything, but. Must be cold in here. Just an observation. Wow. All right, Coach Quinn, it's up to you. The floor is yours.
Well, obviously, an incredible game, funny game in a lot of ways. You know, you're up 4-1, 7 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go, and you think you go on the power play and you think everything's in good shape, and you know your goalie lets in a goal that he hasn't let in all year. We got a too many men on the ice penalty that we haven't gotten all year, and all of a sudden it's 4-3, and we're hanging on for dear life. And you know the game was similar to our Duluth game in a lot of ways. I thought we got off to a great start. Obviously, get up 2-0. I thought they started taking the play to us a little bit towards the end of the first period, and then obviously we really weathered the storm for about 10 minutes in the second. I thought they had a lot of chances. They were possessing the puck. They were playing at a pace. And then I thought we started getting a little bit smarter, and obviously we got opportunistic. You know, we started getting pucks to the net. A.J. Greer's blast, great shot, great pass by Jack. You know, gives us some breathing room. Then we make it 4-1. And I thought we started playing smarter and better as that second period ended. And then the third period, obviously, you know, we're up 4-1. We're playing a little bit different. We don't want to play conservative, but we certainly want to be smart. And I thought we did a pretty good job. And then you get the power play and, you know, fluky goal, and you know, we get a little bit demoralized. And then a penalty I still need to look at because I was a little bit surprised that it was called too many men on the ice. And our guy blocks a shot, and he's down and out, and they score and make it 4-3. But we got it done. And at this time of the season, you just have to find ways to win. There are all sorts of ways to win. We've been very fortunate this year. We've won games a lot of different ways. We won one tonight in a way that we hadn't had to win one all year. And it's a great sign. It's a great sign. And I'd like to congratulate North Dakota on a great year. It's a heck of a hockey team. We know how fortunate we are to live another day, but we also think we deserve to live another day. And there's only two teams standing, both of them from Hockey East. I'd like to congratulate Providence as well. It's going to be a heck of a game. It's going to be a heck of an atmosphere. Looking forward to Saturday.
Questions for the players? Bob.
Yeah, Bob Snow, NHL.com and BruinsDaily.com. Brandon, maybe you can comment on, from your end of looking at this team as it's developed, what has gone into making this group of freshmen as good as they were, especially in a game like this, where the composure piece becomes huge as you get down the stretch run to end the game.
I think since there's a lot of freshmen, everyone gets a lot of chance to play, and with all that chance to play, you develop faster, and all of a sudden you feel like you're really comfortable in the situations that you get put in, like late in the games. And I think coming in with so many freshmen has really actually helped us out because it's helped us play a lot more.
Further questions for the players? Back here.
Connor Mellis, NHL.com. Jack, on that first goal, could you see the net, or was that just a no-look backhand there?
To be honest, the puck kind of got away from me a little bit, so you know, I'd seen the goalie kind of come out on Ati's move, so I just tried to get it on net quick, and I was fortunate enough to go in.
Back there, Andy.
Andy Merritt, New England Hockey Journal. Kaysen, can you talk about that play towards the end of the game where you're down against the boards, looked like you lost your stick for a second, you had to dig that puck out, and then Jack, can you talk about the effort that Kaysen had to put together to get the puck to you for that empty netter?
Kaysen.
Started with Grizzy in the corner making a great play, and the puck was on the wall, and somehow I ended up on top of it, and I was just thinking to myself in the short time period that no matter what's going to happen here, this puck's getting out of the zone. So I just put my nose to the wall, and it was getting out of the zone. So just glad that Jack could bury it off the play.
Jack.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Grizz makes a great play in the corner, move the puck up. Hosey goes in there. I think he's battling three guys, and he's able to make a great play. I don't think he even had a stick in his hand, and the puck just squirted out to me. I happened to be over there. I just tried to put it on net. To be honest, I thought it was going wide, and then I think it hit a divot in the ice and rolled in. So it was lucky play, but Grizzy and Holman made a spectacular play in the corner to ice the game.
Jess Myers, USA Hockey Magazine. For any of the players, did you almost have to check yourself after the second period? North Dakota had put on such a kind of storm on your net there, and you still wind up by 3 goals. I mean, what's the feeling after 40 minutes, and do you have to be prepared for another storm at that point?
Kaysen.
Yeah, I mean, we played a great game too. They played a great game as well. It was 4-1. They hit a couple posts, a couple crossbars, but I think we were feeling pretty confident in the locker room. We were just saying stuff like, let's not change anything up, keep going. Our goalie played great. We rolled 4 lines. Everyone played phenomenal today. This was a great team effort. North Dakota is a great team, and they came at us with everything they had in the third period, and we just weathered the storm. OC played awesome today. So.
Yeah, good, Jess? Okay, right here in front.
Mike Petralia, WEEI.com. Jack, how do you and the rest of your teammates manage to keep your cool with so many ups and downs, especially over the last 20 minutes of that game?
I think pretty similar to what Kaysen said there. We just try to weather the storm. I mean, all season we've been pretty confident going into the third period. I don't know how many games we went into the third period with a lead, so it might have been a little different. But pretty similar to the Bean Pot going into the third period with a lead. They get a couple goals, or maybe the momentum was on their side. We just wanted to battle. Like I said, weather the storm. And all season we've really worked hard on our D zone coverage. Playing our man. Bearing down in our own zone in practice. Coach couldn't really harps on it, and it might get annoying, but at the end of the day, it really pays off. And you can just tell at the end of the game when all our forwards are really bearing down, chipping pucks out of the zone, taking their man out of the play. So, a lot of credit to the coaches in there.
Further questions for the players, Paula?
Paula Weston, U.S. College Hockey Online. Jack, what did you see on the play that led to Greer's goal?
It was a change, and I think pretty late, Coach started yelling Eichel's line. So I just
do that a lot. Find myself doing it in my sleep.
I just jumped on the ice actually pretty late, and Diff makes a great play to beat the first forechecker. Slides me the puck, and just got over the blue line, saw AJ opened up. Tried to put it in his wheelhouse where he could hammer one, and he works on his shot a lot, and I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, he's got a great one-timer. It was a big goal in the game, gave us a little bit of cushion.
Seems like a good strategy. Yeah. I don't know much about hockey, but any other questions?
We know that.
Any other questions for the players? Okay, guys, we'll let you go. Thanks very much. Congratulations. And we'll continue on with your questions for Coach Quinn. Jeff, right here. Thanks, guys.
Jeff, Nation. Coach, in a year that, your top guys have kind of dominated the storylines, what does it say about the depth of your team when, Summerby gets his first goal of the year for the game winner and AJ has a big goal, his first in 3 months?
Well, we've kind of felt we've had depth all year long, and obviously when you have guys scoring at the rate that Jack and Erod and Danny are, they obviously get a lot of attention, and rightfully so. But, we wouldn't be here if we were a one-line team. And, this was a funny game in a lot of ways. I mean, there was a lot of peaks and valleys. I thought for the first 10 minutes we played really well. I thought we were moving the puck, spent a lot of time in their end, got up 2-0. I thought they started taking the play a little bit, and then, we gave up that goal early in the second, and it was so similar to what happened against Duluth where we just got deflated. And I think our youth showed, we were a little bit demoralized. And, again, we weathered the storm. You're going to have to do that at this time of year against good hockey teams. You're playing in the Frozen Four. I mean, people aren't going to lay down for you. And, it's a well-coached team. They've got a lot of good players, and they fought hard. And, there's a little desperation in their game when they're down 2-0. And, desperate teams are dangerous teams, and they were dangerous. And, it's 2-1, and we're holding on, and we get a big goal. We get a huge goal that kind of relaxed us a little bit. I thought we started playing better as the second period was ending, and Doyle gets a great goal. We were hoping our D were going to be involved a lot in the offensive zone. And he's done a great job this last month. Doyle's really been active in the offensive zone, and finally great to see him get rewarded. And then I thought we were playing a smart third period. I mean, obviously we'd love to spend more time in the offensive zone, but they're throwing everything they have at us. They're taking chances. I thought we did a good job defending and keeping things on the perimeter. And then we get the power play, and then, like I said, things that haven't happened to us all year happened in the last 7 minutes. But when the game was on the line, Case Holman and Matt Grislick and Jack Geichel weren't going to be denied. They made a huge play and ended the game.
Dave, over here.
Dave Hendrickson, U.S. College Hockey Online. Can you talk about the thought process that went into moving AJ to the second line and how that's worked out for you?
Well, AJ's a really good player, and he's a guy that's the youngest kid in college hockey. He's had his ups and downs like most freshmen do. I just thought Holman and Ati really could have used his speed and strength, and he's got a good skill set. I just thought it gave us the best looking lineup when we made that decision, and it's been a good line. He's active in the offensive zone. He's big, strong. He's getting more confident. He's being more responsible defensively, and I think that's our best lineup. And, he's earning a lot more trust from the coaches, and he's doing a heck of a job.
Okay, right here in the front.
Coach Mike Petralia, WEEI.com. First of all, did you see what happened with Evans' play, the penalty he took late in the game? Your thoughts on that? And secondly, a follow-up, did you talk to your team about keeping their cool in the last 5 minutes when they were putting the pressure on?
Well, we were talking about keeping our cool all game. That was something we touched on before the game. I didn't see the penalty, but the fact that he put himself in a position to go to the penalty box tells me all I need to know about it. That late after the scrum, again, he hasn't done that all year. So, we're lucky it went 4-on-4 and not 5-on-4. And, hopefully we're going to learn some lessons tonight. We dodged some bullets, but we're living another day, and we better learn from this, because if we do stuff like that Saturday night, we're going to be in trouble.
In the back. Oh, in the back there.
Hi, Coach. Just want to talk about...
Could you introduce yourself and your affiliation,
sorry.
please?
Mike Coffey, Channel 5. Coach, just want to talk about tonight. You came out strong. All year you've been winning games in the third period, and tonight you had a really strong first period, and you mentioned winning in different ways, and that's kind of what it was tonight. Can you kind of go over that?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually, we've been having better periods. I know overall, if you look at our season, you could say that we're a slow starting team. We started really strong against Minnesota Duluth. We've had better starts over here in the last 6 weeks. So, it was exciting to see the way we started, playing at a pace and, possessing the puck. And, I think I looked up at one point, the shots were 7-0, 7 minutes into the game. So, but, it's awful hard to sustain that. Like I said, you're playing in the Frozen Four. North Dakota's a really good hockey team. And, once we went up 2-0, I thought they turned it up a notch. Again, a little bit of desperation on their end. Human nature might have kicked in on our end. And, but I'm hoping we get off to that start on Saturday night as well.
Jim.
Thank you, David. Jim Conley, U.S. College Hockey Online. Did you sense panic when it got to 4-3? And if not, is that a great sign for the youth that's on this team to not panic?
I didn't sense panic. I did not sense panic. I thought that, it was similar to the feeling that I got when Northeastern tied it in the Beanpot. And again, everything was okay. I mean, they got a great scoring chance shortly thereafter, but I thought after that we were okay, and then, we take the penalty and, change the complexion. But I thought we did a good job the last, minute and a half when they had the 5-on-4, when they pulled their goalie. And we just competed and had good sticks, and Jack, scores the 5th goal.
Okay, right in front.
Kevin Walsh, Comcast Sports. David, following Mike's question, you said you didn't have a real good look at Evans' penalty at the end of the game. Have you since had a chance to see it on video?
Yeah, no, Kevin, I haven't had a chance to see it. No, I have not.
Are you concerned in any way that the NCAA might discipline him, suspend him for the next game?
No one's even told me about the penalty, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure It's the first I've heard that maybe that it's it's a penalty that might be warrant a suspension. So I can't answer that.
If you look at the video
Yep.
and you see something that's objectionable to you, might you enact some discipline of your own?
I'd have to see it, yeah. I'd have to see it.
Okay. It's right here, right back here.
Steve Buckley, Boston Herald. I asked both the coach and the player from North Dakota about that play, and they just want to walk away from it. So is this, it looked like he took a stick across the upper body.
Yep.
So you haven't seen that?
I have not seen it, no, I've not seen it.
As he said, that he hasn't seen it, he's not making it up. Let's not belabor it. If there's a
Well,
question.
I just want to ask my own question.
Yeah,
my own way.
yeah,
So
let's
if you
just
don't
not
mind,
belabor
I'll ask the
it.
question, sir.
Yeah.
So is this something you want to look at tonight?
Oh, yeah, I'll obviously look at it, yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Josh Venushaw, College Hockey News. How do you think Matt O'Connor rebounded after allowing that kind of strange second goal?
Well, he made a huge save when it was 4-3, and he's made big saves all year, so, it's a sign of a mentally tough kid when you give up a goal I know you'd like to have back, and you play as well as he did at key times in the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Okay, in the back.
Mark Diver from the Providence Journal. David, you haven't seen Providence or played Providence since October. Can you give us a quick rundown of what you expect from them, what their strengths are, and what you expect from them Saturday night?
Well, obviously they've got a great goalie. They play hard. They're strong. They're physical. They make you earn every inch of ice. They're well coached, structurally sound. It's going to be a heck of a hockey game and a huge challenge for us.
Okay, all the way in the back there. Andy.
Andy Merritt, New England Hockey Journal. Dave, you had Kaysen's play along the boards. It looked like Brandon had some kind of gash on his head. I know O'Regan took a big blow and went out for another shift. Are you impressed with how hard your team had to work? Is that about as hard as a team that's up 4-1 has ever had to work?
Yeah, we've, one of the reasons we're still playing is, we've got some talent, but our guys compete and they work hard and they don't get intimidated and they play tough. And, you have to in this game. If you're not playing tough and hard, you're not going to survive. And, I think that may get overlooked at times because we do have guys that can show a lot of flash and dash. But we do have a gritty group, and they compete hard, and they don't get intimidated, and, I think it's the main reason we continue to play.
Right here in the middle.
Coach Pat O'Rourke, BU News Service. What have you seen in A.J. Greer's game since moving him up to that second line?
Well, he's playing with more confidence, and anytime you get put on the second line or play with guys like Coleman and Oxenden, you're going to feel more confident. And he earned the opportunity. We didn't just throw him a bone. He liked a lot of the things I was seeing in the games and throughout practice. And again, I thought it was a good combination. Big, strong left winger who can skate, has got good hands, can shoot the puck, can bring a physical element to that line, and he's done a really good job.
Okay, anything else? Good. All right, Coach, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.